Good morning, good evening, wherever you're dialing in from, joining us from. I'm Ashima Serene, and I am so happy to welcome you this Monday with a felt sense of Qi, a felt sense of energy through a demonstration of a 9 phases of Qi exercise. So a little bit of background into my practice. I have trained with Susanna Stason at the Acupuncture and Integrative Medicine College of Berkeley. I've been practicing for about, I would say, 5 years and teaching for a little over a year. So happy to welcome you. Some of you are practicing with me every week. There's some new people joining today as well. Welcome. And I was just giving a little bit of background into my Qigong practice and training. So what is Qi? That's very simplest. Qi is life force. And what I would love to do today is give you a felt sense of Qi. I'm going to take you through the 9 phases. So let's get started with Wuji posture. So Wuji posture is truly our relaxed but standing alert posture. So your knees are soft but not bent. Your arms are hanging loosely by your side. And your tailbone is tucked in and your stomach's tucked in as well. And now imagine that you're being pulled up by a cord at the top of your head. So stand up straighter, feel tall, and slightly tucking your chin. And what we're doing now is we're practicing what we call 3 intentful corrections. We're aligning our body. We're going to deepen our breath by breathing into our bellies. So inhaling through our nose. And breathing deep into our bellies, as if there's a balloon in our belly that we're filling up with this golden light. And as we exhale through our mouth and we pop the balloon. Inhaling deep, exhaling. And so now, on its own, we've just practiced the 3rd intentful correction. So aligning the body, deepening the breath, and quietening the mind. Because when you focus on your breath, when you bring your attention into your body, you quieten the mind. So the first phase of 9 phases, this is a practice developed by Roger Jahnke, who's out of Santa Barbara, California, and has trained in China with some of the best teachers and monks, and has created this wonderful practice. So the first phase is going to be discovering Qi. So our legs are a little bit further apart, maybe our hip width, and back in our Wuji posture, really just paying attention to our posture, bringing our shoulders down. And now bring your arms in front of you and move them as if you're feeling, as if you're creating a wave in a lake. You may want to rub your hands. And what this does is this creates this kind of electricity. And you're discovering energy that is in abundance around us. Qigong masters believe that humans are conduits between the earth and the sky. And much like trees, we can pull nutrients from the earth and light from the sky. So really, first of the phase is just discover Qi. You may feel it in the palm of your hands. Welcome. We're just getting started in the first phase of the 9 phases of Qigong, which is discovering energy, discovering life force that's in abundance around us. And every time we breathe, we do take this life force in. So discovering Qi. And now that we've discovered energy, let's gather it. How would we collect it? So bending down, and imagine you're collecting rainwater up from the earth. And now bending and collecting it from the sky. We're gathering Qi. Let's do this at least 3 times. And I'm going to be sharing this video as well. It's being recorded. And you have access to the entire folder. Gathering Qi. gathering from the earth, gathering from the environment. And now that we've gathered chi, so this is, we're coming back in the middle of the practice, is we're going to come back to this phase, which is truly just our standing alert phase of the second phase of Wuji. And I'm going to show you sideways. Imagine you're holding a ball of light in front of your heart. And this could be your transition phase as well. And now let's move into the third phase of moving chi. Moving chi. Our legs are a little bit more than hip width apart, and turn to face the left. And look at whatever is on your left, if it's a wall or if you're looking out the window. And now imagine that you're pulling in this wonderful energy into your space and moving it down your legs and up your legs. You are moving chi, you are circulating chi. So they say that chi follows yi, which really means that energy follows your intention. And this is really important because today, what intention have we come with, right? Is it to try something new? Is it to get better with our practice? But what I ask you today is just let go of the technique of trying to get it right. Just hold that intention that this practice, may this practice benefit to your body, your being, everybody around you, and your energy that follows. So we're just getting a felt sense of moving energy, and it's going to take time to get the technique right, and that's okay. So letting go of the need to getting it right, and just experiencing it. This was the third phase of circulating, moving chi down the sides of our legs and up. And now we're going to purify chi. We can collect energy, but we also need to purify it, much like we get the essence from the food we eat, right? Or when we have a wonderful conversation, we want to keep the best of that conversation. And holding that intention of what that comes to us, may that be pure. Let's go into our fourth phase of purifying chi. And what we're going to do is we're going to send it in 4 directions. So all this wonderful chi that we've discovered and gathered and circulated, let's move it in 4 directions. Towards the sides. Moving it up. And my index fingers are pointing up. The rest are slightly bent, but it's fine. However you do it, the intention is to really move it in 4 directions. And what you're also doing with this is you're unblocking any chi that's moving through your meridians. They often call this inner rivers flowing. So think of the meridians as river. According to Qigong, a lot of illness is really just chi that's blocked, chi that's getting stale. And so really this gentle, thoughtful movement is extremely powerful. Purifying chi. And I often lose count. If it's 3 times or 4 times, and that's okay. And like I said, the intention is to just be with your body and how you're experiencing that. Let's come back into our transition posture, holding the light ball in front of your body. And again, moving your fingers so you continue to have that experience of chi. So our 5th phase is directing chi. So we've purified it and we want to direct it into the organs. We want to direct it to wherever we think we need energy, and trusting the body's intelligence. The body knows where there's deficiency, and it's automatically going to send it into those spaces. Just that's the mind and body communicating and trusting the intelligence of not just the mind, but the body. So directing chi. So let's bring our hands as if we're touching our scalp and brushing our hair back. And as we do that, really moving our arms down the back of our body. And every time you touch your body, imagine there are magnets in your palm and you're really moving chi now up the legs. And let's do this one more time. Brushing over our head, moving it down, tracing down, moving back up. And now raise your left arm to the side. And with your right arm, trace the bottom, the inside of the arm. You can hover over it or you can touch it. So, and now hover it or touch it on your face. And slowly bring your right arm up. And trace the inside of your right arm with your left. Directing chi. Now, this is a 2,500-year-old modality of healing and exercise form, and there's such meaning behind every practice and how we're tracing the meridians as well. One last time, directing chi and back. Now crossing our arms, going above our head, tracing down the backs of our body. And tracing down, I'm always trying to get the angle right, the sides of our legs and up. And one last time, really imagining that we have the chi in the palms of our hands. These are like, they got Laogong points, and they can emit chi according to Qigong practitioners. And so you're pushing it in your body, into your body, and back up. So you've discovered chi, you've gathered chi, you've circulated it, purified it, directed it. And now you want to be thoughtful in how you use it because you don't want to get depleted. So we're going to go through our next phase, which is called Conserve chi. And this is our 6th phase, and really thinking about energy and what we lose energy to. Wherever our thought goes, our energy goes. So in mindfulness and meditation, they talk about being the witness. So we're going to demonstrate this exercise where what it means to be a witness and observe, be the observer. So let's raise our right hand up and our left hand down. And now look at your palm as if you're reading something written on your palm. And then move it to the left side of your body. You're conserving chi by watching your palm move like clouds moving in the sky. And imagine if we could do that to our thoughts. If we could watch them like clouds moving in the sky. Could that help us feel less tired? Being a witness, not always being reactive, but being the observer. And knowing what that fine balance is of doing and being. We're all working on that. None of us have it down yet, but you can be moving and still be in a state of being. Conserving chi, move your palms as you feel right, as it feels intuitive. So really trusting your intuition. Look at your palm as if you're moving cloud, watching clouds move in the sky. Conserving chi. And let's come back here. And know that this is an adaptation. Every Qigong teacher makes Qigong their own. And that's not very different in yoga. But even more so, this could be as unique as you are. And so what I am doing is I'm adapting the teachings that are taught by Roger Jahnke and then my teacher, Susanna Stason, and making it my own. And so going into the 7th phase of storing chi, it's called bathing the marrows. And imagine again, you're collecting rainwater, bending down, collecting rainwater in the palms of your hand and pouring it down over your head, and imagine the sensation of a waterfall. And as this chi, this wonderful imagery of water falls down your body, spilling over your shoulders, your chest, down your legs. It's filling up every cell of your body with this wonderful golden elixir, storing chi. And as slow as possible. One of the things I struggle with is moving slowly, which some of you who may know me does not surprise them probably, but really the idea is even if you just do one of these exercises and you do it slowly, that's enough. So storing chi. And now we're going to go into the 8th phase, transforming chi. Our bodies know how to turn food into energy. We know intuitively how to turn the experiences we have into life lessons. And how can we transform what's coming to us so that it's serving our highest purpose and potential? So transforming chi. Bring your hands maybe about 6 inches away. Now imagine that in the palms of your hands, you're holding a golden ball of light. This have maybe a similar experience to when we first discovered chi in our first phase. Now imagine this golden ball of light that is attached to your center of your palms is stretching as you move your palms and stretching it up. And now flipping and stretching it this way. Really playing with energy, knowing that it's here and it's abundant. And you can add a color to it. Whatever color first comes to you today, for me, yellow. And according to Qigong and Chinese medicine practitioners, each organ has a color associated with it. So yellow is the color of the spleen. It's the color for immunity. So really playing with what I see as a yellow ball of chi, and it could be a different color for you. Stretching it sideways as well. Transforming chi. Now creating an unbroken loop, and imagine you're creating an axis. So it's a microcosmic orbit, creating an unbroken loop of energy. And the axis, everything moves in its own axis. The moon, the planets. And so there is this unbroken infinite loop of energy that we can be a part of, and we are a part of. It's just knowing. Microcosmic orbit is itself its own exercise where we imagine that we're moving energy up our backs and down the front of our body. So imagine moving the red sun up your back and down the front of your body. This balances the yin and yang, the masculine and feminine energies as well. It's also great for temperature regulation. Transforming chi. And now in our final phase, back where we started, we are going to dissolve into chi, dissolving into light, holding that golden ball in front of our hearts, maybe at our shoulder height. And really close your eyes and imagine that you are holding that ball. Give more focus and power to this guided imagery. Your arms are going to feel tired, and that's okay. And sitting with that discomfort and the maybe the sensation of saying, okay, I should move my arms down, but it's okay. It's okay for us to sit with that discomfort, because that is where strength and resilience comes from. So dissolving into light. Imagining your luminous body as you're holding this ball of light, you too are dissolving into light, becoming light. This is our ninth phase. Let's take a few more deep breaths, inhaling through our nose, filling up our bellies, and exhaling through our mouth. And maybe this time let's do a voluble exhale. So inhaling, calm, peace, and letting go with the sound, any stress you may still be holding. Ah. Ah. Bringing our arms down by our side, and in one palm, holding in the left palm your past and everything you've been worrying about or thinking about or trying to correct, any regrets, guilt. Everything you know to this point is in your left palm. And imagine now your right palm holds your future. And all your fears and your worries are in your right palm. What will happen? How will it happen? And now bring your palms together, and in this moment, letting go and becoming one with this moment, with the pure potentiality of this moment and of you as you are. And we've completed 9 phases of our Qigong practice, 9 phases of Qi. If you'd like, you can send me an email and I'll share this video library with you. You can also go on Google and look up 9 Phases of Qi, and YouTube also have Roger Jahnke's practice, the great teacher's practice as well. So thank you for joining me, and I'd love to, if you can still stay, do a little bit of acupoint tapping. So soft fists. And let's beat our chest, beating and drumming chi in our chest as warriors and chimpanzees. And you're breaking any chi, any obstruction in your chest, softly beating and drumming our chi in our stomach. Let's give a little bit of love to our organs, massaging our liver, massaging our spleen, our kidneys. And let's give ourselves a chi facial, all this wonderful chi we've accumulated. Let's move it up our scalp, really combing with our fingers. It's called 10 dragons running through the forest. So it's giving your hair and your scalp a power boost. Let's rub our earlobes, moving down with our thumb and index finger. And this is really calming. My kids love doing this practice as well. My earring fell, and that's okay. And really just be here. And A little bit of shaking to settle all this chi. Imagine you're a sack of flour and you're just settling it in. All right, and now brushing it away. And closing with 3, pulling down heavens, inhaling and raising our arms up. Raising them above our head. And as we exhale, we bring them down, pulling down heaven, being a conduit between the earth and the sky. Inhale and inhaling earth chi with the palms of your hands. And as you exhale, brushing away with this wonderful environmental energy, anything that's not serving you. One last time. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure to teach you. I'm happy to stick around to answer any questions.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ashima.
Thank you